Financial planning is important in creating a stable future. Now, more than ever, it's crucial to control your funds and know just how much to spend and how much to save. But with a wide array of choices, financial planning can be confusing and challenging, making it difficult to choose what's best for you. So, to help us understand the value of financial planning and insurance, we now have live via Zoom Gilbert Simpao. He's the Chief Marketing and Client Experience Officer of Sun Life Philippines. Good morning, Gilbert. Glad to have you with us this morning here on Newday.
Morning, Paulo. I'm so happy to be here.
All right, Gilbert, the pandemic has spurred an interest in insurance among Filipinos. What do you suppose the reason is for this?
Well, for one thing, we're going through really unprecedented times. I don't think Filipinos have experienced the kind of health and financial crisis we're seeing right now. So people suddenly realize they're not prepared for something like this. The situation, nobody expected it. I hope it won't last, but now we realize that we have to be prepared for the worst. And in the past, most Filipinos would be spending on what we call the experience economy, traveling, eating out, buying gadgets. But now their priorities have changed because suddenly they're face to face with a crisis. Their loved ones are getting sick, they're losing jobs, and now they realize they have to be better prepared. And that's their perspective has changed right now, and it's also showing now in terms of their buying habits.
Right. Now, coupled with that concern and a certain level of anxiety, Gilbert, marami sa atin ang takot, or maybe not takot, but maybe you have your doubts or concerns about getting insurance. What are some of the most common misconceptions pagdating sa insurance, Gilbert? A lot of people are worried about taking that big leap.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I used to be like that, but people just have to realize that first of all, it's not expensive. People think that I can't afford insurance right now. What they fail to realize is that we can actually tailor fit a package based on what you can afford. So did you know that you can get an insurance for as cheap as 100 pesos per month in some of our online Lazada packages? Other misconceptions is that, I'm too young. I can wait until later on. But people fail to realize the best time to get insurance or to start investing is actually when you were young. By the time you get older or, you already develop certain sicknesses, that's actually harder to get a policy. And of course, when you're able to invest earlier on, then you get the benefits of compound interest. Lastly, is that I think some people think that I only need, one product. But you have to diversify based on the different needs that you have. So yes, there's a lot of misconceptions. I think the only thing I want to encourage most Filipinos is that it's never too late to start, and you need to have a long-term and holistic point of view in terms of managing your finances.
Right. There's probably never been a better time or a more convenient time to actually start. Now, you talked about certain products. Sun Life Philippines has a specific number of health products useful, especially during the COVID-19 crisis, which we're all concerned about. What are some of these?
Well, of course, you can get your traditional insurance. You can get an insurance with what we call a universal insurance, which has an investment product. But on top of that, if you're particularly concerned with health, we have products like Sun Life Life Assurance, which covers many critical illnesses, so that when you get I think as much as 36 critical illnesses, so that when you get a diagnosis, you get a lump sum cash benefit right away to help you with your treatment. We also have Sun Fit and Well. It's a comprehensive health oriented insurance with a lot of health and wellness benefit. If you want something very simple, we have Sun Healthier Life. It's not just affordable, but it's convenient. It has a simplified issue offer, which means that you don't even have to go through a medical examination. It's just a very, very simple health questionnaire.
All right. Well, during the past year, we've seen many industries and businesses, of course, shifting to the online model. Has Sun Life done this, and how has Sun Life changed the way it does business?
Yes. That's very important. We want to assure the public that it's safe, and you don't have to meet face to face with a financial advisor or go to any of our service centers. whole process can be done digitally right now, from talking to an advisor to understanding your needs, even signing documents right now can be done online. Filling up all the forms. You don't need to touch a physical piece of paper. And funny enough, even your what you call this, the medical examination. We have doctors who can, do the medical examination online. We call it ROME, remote online medical examination. And of course, you have all the different payment options from banks to GCash to all the different payment apps that, 80% of our customers right now pay using a digital transaction. So the whole process right now can be made end to end to make sure you feel safe.
That's absolutely right. I think if anything, it's been a great accelerator towards the shift towards digital. So Gilbert, on a last note, what are your tips for some of those of us who want to get insured, especially those who are just starting to save, yung mga millennials natin dyan, the younger generation, people who want to get a fresh start?
Okay, okay. My only tip is just to start. I mean, even if it's a small amount. I have to admit, personally before, I've always been working for a big company and, I always said, oh, I'm covered by insurance by my company. But I've met people, once they leave the company, they realize they're not covered and they're already a bit older by that time. So, it really did encourage me, especially when I joined Sun Life, to just think through my financial habits. In the past, I'd love to buy, gadgets like, let's say bikes or watches, but those depreciate right away, diba? So right now, yeah, it's really forced me to think more holistically, make sure I'm properly covered so that my family also has peace of mind, and that I also diversify and maximize all the different investment products out there.
All right, well, there you go. It's never too late or too early to start. Thank you so much, Gilbert, for joining us this morning here on New Day. That was Gilbert Simpao from Sun Life Philippines.